Hey everybody, welcome back to another guitar lesson. My name is Lauren and this is 101 Guitar Lessons. Thanks so much for joining me again. Today we're going to be talking about the B7 or B dominant 7 chord. This is a really cool one, and if you don't know how to play the B major chord, well, I would definitely suggest you check that out right over here, because most of the time we're using the major chord shapes to transform them into our dominant 7. This one might be a little bit of an exception here, and we'll get into that in a moment. Now, before we jump in, if you haven't had a chance to press that subscribe button, like or share these videos, please do so. Every little bit of support helps. Really appreciate it. All right, let's get into the B7 or B dominant 7 chord. So, let's take a close up and see what's going on with my fingers. Here's our B major chord, the open chord shape that we learned. Even though there's no open strings, this is kind of open position. So that's our B major. We can also play it like this. Some people will bar it off with your third finger, these 3 notes, or your fourth finger, which is how I usually tend to play it. But the B dominant 7 chord, well, it's just not really possible to do with this kind of fingering, all right? It's just too awkward. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be taking the C7 chord shape. Remember the C major? If you haven't checked out that C major to C dominant 7 chord, check out this video right here. But here we are with C major, and we're going to add our fourth finger right here on the 3rd string, okay, 3rd fret, and that's our C7 chord. Now to make a B7 chord, we just have to slide our C down 1 fret to B, okay? So I'm going to use this chord shape, but I'm going to switch my fingers around, okay? So just visually, we're using that C major shape to visualize what it is that we're doing. But now we're going to change our fingers around. Now we can play these inside 4 strings, and they totally work. 5, 4, 3, 2. But I will typically play them with this fingering. Just a bit more comfortable. And another way to visualize this is this looks a lot like the D7 chord shape. Again, if you haven't learned the D7 chord shape, check out this video. But if you have, you'll recognize it as looking like this. So you're taking this shape and moving it over 1, 2 sets of strings. All right, that's just a few different ways to help visualize, little visual tricks to help remember what the shape of your fingers are for this particular chord of B7 or B dominant 7. Now there's one other color tone that we can put in there that is really just a repetition of another note that's already in the chord, but it really helps our ear and it's quite commonly played. So let's take a close look. So let's get back to our home base here of this B7 chord shape. What we can do now is we can put our 4th finger here on the 1st string, 2nd fret. And you're playing that F sharp. All right, and that's really how it's most commonly played. Not just like this, but also adding in that 1st string, that F sharp for the color tone. And you can really hear that, the bluesiness of it, okay? So again, those dominant 7 chords have that mixture of major and minor tonalities to our ear, which gives it that really cool, versatile sound that's used in blues, rock, pop, and everything that we know, but really predominantly in the blues. So here we go. There's our B7 chord. That's it for today. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe with these videos. Every little bit helps. Hope you enjoyed the guitar lesson. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Check out the description for all the gear that I'm using, and I'll see you guys on the next lesson. Take care.